after 7 knee surgeries, and the last one almost 5 years ago, leaving me in a state of where the knee is basically in a perpetual state of trauma. There's a couple of paradoxes with pain. One is that you almost don't even trust the next thing you try. But we must never give up hope. I'm trying out something called the Stimpod. And I've positioned it right at the top of one of the first 2 incisions that I had when I was 18 years old. I've got this pen-like device. It's got metal on the end. I've got the receptor piece of a pad on the lumbar part of my back, and it's pulsing a certain frequency, trying to disrupt the neurological patterns that have established since surgery number 7. It's almost as if the knee has been in a state of just trauma ever since. The surgery, in effect, fixed the problem. I had a partial revision of a total knee replacement, and they needed to replace the hard plastic polyethylene piece between the 2 titanium pieces, the one on the end of the femur and the one on top of the tibia. And that it did solve that problem. They did a few other things to clean up the knee a bit, but it left the knee with something called reflex sympathetic dystrophy. It's a version, as I understand it, of complex regional pain syndrome, or that might be the more contemporary term in recent years, for which there's no cure, they say, but never give up hope. I deal with daily pain from the structural work that's been done, 7 surgeries, 13 incisions, so many years of just the knee being beaten up. But then there's also this layer of neurological stuff that goes on randomly, with no rhyme or reason, over a dozen different pain sensations that I experience. But I'm hoping that the Stimpod disrupts that and lets the nerves take a break, regrow, heal in a way to establish new patterns where it's not as, or maybe there's no neurological pain. I've been doing this for this part. Now I'm going to reduce the intensity, and then bring it over to this part of the knee where I get a lot of pain. It feels like ice picks being jammed in. Now I'm increasing it to, now it's up to 13. I could go all the way up to 30, but I did that yesterday and it was too much over here. I could tolerate up to 30 over here. This is, I've got 2 incisions under here, and it's as if the ice pick or other, sometimes a bone pain, it's as if it's remembering all of the trauma through the different surgeries. Sometimes it's a throbbing pain that lasts through the night. It comes in waves, goes from 0 up to 8 or 9, then back down over the course of several seconds, and then pauses for maybe a minute or 2 and then goes back up. The worst of it is when it's all night long. Sometimes I don't experience that at all for hours or even a couple of days at a time. Sometimes I feel this sensation right below the kneecap, underneath the surface of about a quarter or a nickel. It feels like 6 or 7 bee stings happening underneath the skin for not even 10 seconds, but it's intense. So I'm hoping that I'll be doing this for another 5 minutes or more. Again, hoping that it's going to disrupt the neurology, the patterns that have been developed. But like I said at the beginning, one of the things that's a paradox of pain, especially when I've been someone that's been dealing with pain for many years, every day with no break. When you do experience a break that might last a few hours or several, maybe most of the day, you don't trust it. Pain, actually, the more pain any of us feel, the more it shakes our confidence. It can shake our confidence in terms of being able to deal with the pain up here and in here. It can shake your confidence in any next thing that you might try. There have been times when, even though the doctor said there's nothing that can be done, a few doctors have said nothing can be done, I never give up hope. Never, ever give up hope. You never know, especially in these modern times with the advances in medicine. Anything could be possible when things change. But the doctor had said, try acupuncture. That's the best he could offer. It was the first time in my life when surgery was not an option. I did acupuncture for over a year and it didn't help. Acupuncture, chiropractic care, various forms of exercise. I still do exercises. Another paradox, perhaps, of pain. When I do my physical therapy exercises, even squats on this knee, it hurts, but there's a certain kind of pain that comes with the muscles atrophying. And so I'd rather keep the leg somewhat strong and healthy and deal with that pain than deal with the other pain, which is more raw. Ow. Getting a pain right in here. Sometimes it's like lightning going through the knee. Sometimes it feels like it's as if I feel one of the incisions being cut open again. And it's tough, but never give up hope. So just another few minutes of this. What it feels like is it's a very definitive feeling of a pulsating of electricity going into the knee, and I feel it in the back where the other receiving pad is. And pulse, 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 pulse. And I feel it going down my shin, almost all the way to my foot. It doesn't hurt. I'm going to try turning it up a little bit. It's on 13. That's more intense. I'm going to bring it up to 18, more intense. 21, one of my favorite numbers. That's pretty strong. Oh, I really feel that. It's electrical, but it's also a physical pulse, both in my back, my lumbar, and radiating out from here. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to tolerate it because I'm hoping that it's going to say to the nerves, wake up. You got to change what you've been doing. You're doing it all wrong. So I also feel it going down my calf in the back. So I'm hoping that the Stimpod gives me some relief. And I think I'll say this, that even with all the pain, even with the distrust of comfort, the periods of comfort, because I've been experiencing is that after any period of comfort, even if it's for a few hours, when the pain comes back and it's an 8, 9, or 10 out of 10, it just lays you low. And so you don't trust the comfort, you don't trust the next possible thing you might try. People suggest different things. Vivian, thank you so much for suggesting this. I have it in me to give it a try. I have enough. Actually, I must admit, I started this and I did not trust it, but I'm doing it anyway because I've got hope. So whatever you're dealing with, never, ever give up hope. Stay strong. And one final thought. We have the ability to breathe new life into our journey of pain. We have the ability to create. We are uniquely and wonderfully designed to be able to create, including creating hope, creating energy that feeds our resilience. We have the ability to create, we've got the ability to create love. And in a way, sometimes when you're feeling so much pain, like I do dozens of times a day, and when it gets to the rate of dozens of times an hour, I don't feel love, but that's when I remember I can create love, even if it's for myself. I am love. So are you. I wish you well.